Hey y'all, it's me Gun Gang here for the Craziest Hillbilly Stuntman, and today we're smoking out of a bass's ass. Gang, 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 gang.
Welcome everybody to the show. This is the Plumes of Hazard. I, as always, am your host, the Angstful Vapor. To my left is the lovely, the talented, and the always consistently awesome Fubaka.
Cheers from Iraq.
Cheers from what?
Cheers from Iraq.
I thought that was what you said. I was like, Iraq.
It was a meme on Reddit whose birth I witnessed in RNFL. It was random comment thread about football, and this random dude out of nowhere just says, "Hell yeah, brother! Cheers from Iraq." If you've seen that, I'm proud to say it was like witnessing the birth of Christ.
Right.
Maybe
slightly short of that,
because everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" And then a week or two later, someone references it, and I was like, I remember that.
I haven't thought about that in quite a while. That never stuck with me, and it never gained as much traction as all the classic copy pastas.
It's a relatively new one. Less than 2 years old, I think.
Really? I thought it was older than that.
If it wasn't last season, it was the season before.
All right. An hour late. Come on. We're never an hour late. We're consistently at 11 after. Almost consistently. Mostly consistently.
Where is the Oh, right. It's in my bag.
So, to kick us off tonight, Fu, Duro says that he's concerned about the vape mail. What do you think about that?
I see you've been watching the show.
Yeah.
And kind of like literally we've speculated about how the vape industry is going to get fucked, and time to pay the piper.
Indeedle diddle. What's up?
But Duro's also like DIY, fuck retail, yada yada yada. He's known what he's going to be doing.
Right. Unless he can't get his nick delivered.
So order your shit now.
Mm-hmm. So
your freezer.
So what up, Addy? Addy posted a link a couple weeks ago to the CASA call to action that was about that very thing. So in case you guys hadn't heard, on their way out, the Trump administration signed some laws that had a bunch of stuff to do about a lot of things. But one of the things that they did was restrict mailing tobacco products, which unfortunately we're caught right in the middle of. Oh, Vince says, I'm the one that's consistently. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's fine.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, duet version, Festy. That's right. We're not sure where the Blaster of Masters is. He's probably busy. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea, Festy, for sure. If I get Dark Straits, I might hit you up.
The comment period is open. Maybe they'll actually read them this time.
Yeah. So, I mean, click on the call to action. So, I think it was Festy that pointed this out before, that this call to action is different. You're right. This is not a comment on, whoa, what just happened to my focus?
Lost it, clearly.
Oh, my God. There. That was weird. So this one's different than the previous comments that we've made back when we were making the PTA things, or the PTA things. PMTA. I missed an M.
PTA. That's even fucking worse.
Yeah, it is worse. That's for sure. So back when we were making those kind of comments and other ones that we are trying to get in our message beforehand, this is a post hoc, after the fact kind of thing. But we can give some feedback to not only the USPS but also LFed.
Hey, USPS, you're welcome for stimulating your services.
Yeah.
Basically, USPS to vapors, like.
Yeah.
I've been watching a fuckload of TNG, man.
That's
If anyone
right.
doesn't know what that is the lowest insult if you're a Klingon.
Mm-hmm. Condemning to death, if I remember right.
Well, that was discommendation.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. So Screw Feinstein. Yeah, she could go get screwed for many things. This being one of them. And yeah, I think there was a rep from Texas that they can also just go jump in a lake for sure. For sure. But click on that thing that Addy posted. Thank you very much, sir, for putting that up
Rogue
there.
double chocolate stout. That is what we are drinking tonight.
And even that didn't get Massey to come on by. Yeah, not surprised. So Duro's saying Nick sold out everywhere. Ah, man. I mean,
Wizard
it's like
Labs is sold out. Damn.
it's like AR-14s, man. Everybody's getting it up.
Yeah, except those never got taken away.
Not yet. But
It was an interesting ploy to drive up the fucking prices of everything.
It's amazing. Yeah. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to be. I can't wait to be a felon. It's gonna be hilarious. So funny. Mm-hmm. If it gets that thing gets past the way it is right now, I know Duro is, and I'm gonna be too. Just by doing nothing. Presto changeo. You're a felon. What's up, Mancy? Brando?
I mean,
Rifleman.
it sucks. I mean, I was actually talking about this with Jay when we were doing, I was previously Black and White. We were doing Hangouts Noir. I was talking to him and I'm just like, bro, am I going to be getting Snowdrift from you in due time? He's like, yeah. Here's what I will say. Be on the lookout for a sale from Bombi/Bigglesworth.
Oh, yeah?
When the time comes. Yes.
You're not saying, just saying?
I might know a guy.
might know a guy. That's true.
I might know a guy. Wait a minute. Do I have my old virtual background from 60 Minutes? You know which one I speak of.
I do know which one you speak of. You're muted, by the way, Mazzy.
It's still on my machine. I just don't remember where I saved it.
So I heard we canceled tonight.
Hello. Are you in the Super Bowl?
What are we doing?
We just started.
Started what?
Oh, just the hangout. Just so you know, I was coming by, hanging out.
Oh.
I was just talking about how excited I was that here pretty quickly I might become an instant felon, and probably so is Duro, probably you, probably lots of people just become a felon.
My God.
That's not the same thing.
That's not the same thing. It's something better.
Why? What happened?
No, at the gun control stuff goes through like old Biden's trying to. His I mean, he's been terribly consistent. Oh, not gonna do it. He's been terribly consistent this whole time, and people that are surprised. The first thing that came up, Massey. I was like, we were talking about how Nick is sold out everywhere. The DIYers were talking about that. What with the whole vape mail ban and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, kind of like all the AR-14s are being sold out, or AR-15s being sold out everywhere too, because everybody's grabbing them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's been a huge uptick in the purchasing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because schools are coming back soon?
Yeah, Dura says, I will not comply. Yeah, and honestly, from what I understand, there's a lot of sheriffs out there that are not going to be complying either. They're not going to be enforcing it. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, well.
God, Duro, what the hell?
I
He
say,
said, they can't kill my dog because he's already on his way out. Yeah,
oh
dude,
no.
that's not okay.
Speaking from experience of dogs going out,
Yeah,
yeah, that's bad news bears.
sad story there.
Dude, you always hear these people talk about like, yep, I took the good old boy out back and just put a slug in him. Good to go. And like, they take their dogs out.
Dude,
Did
I Chuff tell you? Did
Yeah, well,
Chuff tell you what happened to him on his way?
relax. Let me do my story.
Sorry.
That's
I've been
what
drinking.
I'm getting to.
He's on the floor of the Super Bowl. Let him talk.
No, I thought I turned that shit off. Hang on.
I thought you were doing your play-by-play.
Where the hell is that? Let's see. Video. Oh, here we go. Turn this shit off.
Is that Miami Stadium?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
How do you turn this off?
Just went on Getty Images.
Background. No
Dude,
background. There we go.
Nancy's like, don't judge me too
no,
hard.
let's do it back again.
He said,
Here, I like this one the best. It's Craig and his kid.
I don't got no child.
Nancy just said, don't judge me too hard. I still vape RDAs and stuff at home, but I've got a Juul now when I get out. Like,
Right. I just ran
he's probably got like two of them within reach right now.
this shit back. Oh my god.
I haven't run that splash screen in a while.
So anyways, I mean, I didn't really super announce it, but I within the past month, I had 3 dogs, and now I have 1 dog. Had to put 2 of my dogs down.
Not even at the same time. Like,
no, not even at the same time. Just one in the beginning of the month in February, and then ammo there towards the end of the month. So it's been rough. But speaking about the whole thing about, I can't believe people can do that sort of thing, take it out back and put it out of his misery.
old yeller it or something.
So Chuff said he's driving behind this guy with a flatbed truck, and he sees he's got this dog in the back, and the dog's like leaning one way, leaning the other, and then the guy takes a corner and the dog just falls off the back.
Really?
But then he notices that then the dog's like hauling ass right next to the truck as fast as it can to try to jump back on the truck. It was still on a leash.
Oh.
And the dude was dragging it. So Chuff is like, fuck this. Goes around him, pulls next to him. He's like, your dog fell off. And the guy like pulls over, and the guy's just like, oh, well, he's like, its pads were bleeding and everything. He's like, well, I guess I'll get her checked out later when I get to where I'm going. And just throws her back in the back of the truck and just drives off. Like, that kind of shit. Man, I'm like, I would have taken that dude's like license plate down or something.
That's terrible.
Chuff was like, he was such a he's like one of those old school like farm boys.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my dog's injured, guys, I got to shoot him out back. Like he felt like if the dog was in any slightly more dire pain, he would have fucking shot him on the side of the road.
Man, that's tough. I mean, I have no problem hunting. I have no problem fishing.
Right.
I have no problem with any of that kind of stuff. But like some things, if for example, I'm not going to eat it. For example, like a dog, or like when I had my sister's dog caught a squirrel, and she was one of those like sprinting dogs that always chase squirrels. But one time she actually caught one, and it's like a retarded squirrel or something. I don't know. But anyway, she caught it and heard it, and then was just like, uh-oh. Like she like looked back, at my sister, and my sister freaked out, of course. So I had to go out to kill it with a shovel because I didn't have a gun handy. So I was like, and it was just a squirrel, right? So I knocked his head, with a, took his head off with a shovel. I was like, that kind of sucks. I mean, it's like I said, it'd be different if I was going to eat it, but like just having to kill something like that, that's I guess if you're doing the dog of mercy, which one assumes you would be, right? If you're gonna dispatch your dog like that, you could think about it like that. But it would take a minute for me to I would have to take a breath and kind of prep myself mentally for ending a dog, even if it needed it.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a big dog person. Like I tend to prefer cats.
Yeah.
But even still, that would be tough. That would be tough. So I got a new circle of I got a new couple buddies, and I was over at their house the other day, and they said the guy that I was hanging with said, man, you'd never guess what happened. I was like, what? He's like, well, we had a couple new friends over the other day, and he said when they were gone, I looked under and I found a jewel. Like he's like, you know what that is? And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of familiar. He goes, that's like what they smoke weed out of or whatever. I was like, no, that's not what they smoke weed out of. I said, it's just Nick. But still, he's got two little kids, like teeny tiny little toddlers. One of them that's like barely crawling, and the other one's a little toddler. I was like, yeah, no, I'm glad you found it, because that's not okay. He's like, yeah, it must have like fallen out of their pocket or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a jewel, it was some other like cheap jewel. Like someone dropped it in like the lobby of my sister's building I saw, and I was like, pathetic.
Yeah. Pathetic. Oh, tell Masty what you're drinking.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he's seen it.
Rogue double chocolate stout.
Ooh, yeah. Delicious.
Might be, I don't know. You ever like drink a beer and feel like it might give you a headache later?
Sure.
That's the vibe I'm getting with this one right now.
Yeah.
What
What else
percent?
is the day I've had, but this is supposed to take that away.
Were you just like running after the exchange servers, spraying them with fire extinguishers?
No,
That's what everybody else was doing.
I wish that's what I was doing. No. Today
what
was on
everyone
the
else was
fucking iManage desk site. And how fucking bad. Oh, let me go open up Internet Explorer. What version of Java are you running?
Oh no.
1.62. Ugh. Fuck, man. Get me out of this place. Fucking Java.
That's
Oracle. I'll take hot names 20 years ago for 200.
So fun story. Well, I guess not fun, but through an acquaintance that I knew, this person was the daughter of I don't even know how much information but the daughter of one of the main founding guys from Oracle back in the day, and it's whichever guy committed suicide or killed himself, and yeah. So I'd have to go back and look it up and see, but yeah. So I knew her, and casual conversation. This is years ago. Comes up, yeah. My dad blasted himself and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, yeah. And apparently it was, 80s and drugs and coding and doing all that, and got to people's, and money, lots and lots of money, because, I mean, they're huge now, but they were huger.
yes. Yeah, Tim's right. There's a lot of stouts that have a bit of a chocolatey after thingy going on.
They had these at Costco. I also picked up the Founders Maple something. Literally, out of those two I bought, this is the first one I'm drinking out of the bunch. I had some fat tires I had to go through, so I drank those, and now I'm here.
I used to do the fat tire quite a bit. I haven't had one of those in years.
It's a good, like, regular beer IMO.
Yeah.
It's good. It's simple. It's light, not too heavy. Good food beer.
Good food beer, not too obtrusive, and better than a Budweiser, but not like fancy.
My urine sample's better than the Budweiser.
I'm just saying, it's like a little bit of a step up, but it's not like gonna kill you.
Dude, so Budweiser did make a beer
Mm.
that I liked that they discontinued. It was the American Lager.
Mm. I
you
don't
ever
think I
have
ever
that,
had one of
Nasty?
those.
Do you remember the American Lager they had? It was like their I guess their answer, if you will, to like the Sam Adams like Boston Lager, and it was pretty good. I liked it, and they discontinued it, so I was not happy. I don't think I've given any money to Budweiser since.
Is that right? I do
I don't
remember
drink
something
Bud
about
anyway,
it. I just never
but
had
that
one.
was like one thing that looked interesting, and I tried it, and I liked it. And of course, they fucking got rid of it because I liked it.
Of course. They're like, wait a minute.
Like,
Fubaka
everyone's out
likes
to get me.
this.
Everyone's out to get me. I just have that kind of luck. I'll like some shit that gets discontinued.
Yeah. It's the way things are. What were you just vaping on?
My Orion that's charging at the moment.
Oh,
Censored.
well, that's what it is. So you keep getting bleed out from your background, and so it looked like some weird mod that I've never seen.
Yeah, with the wire. Yeah.
This is what my battery pack exists for right now. It used to be my dual charger. I used to have both my dual chargers plugged in.
Oh, really?
Dude, I could charge my Juuls dozens and dozens of times before the thing died.
Yeah, I bet. Well, a little lipo pack in there is not very big.
It's 18650s, dog.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, the little lipo pack in the Juul.
Yeah.
I mean, probably, what, 500 mods, something like that, maybe.
I think it's 350.
Hmm.
It's like 250 or 350, but me and Eric D reminisce about the days when you can get flavored Juul pods.
That sounds like fighting words, Fusty.
Okay, a year and a half ago. It was actually around a month before I started my current job that shit happened.
Yeah, I guess Fusty would have an opinion on that. I think he was affiliated back in the day, professionally.
Festi, I think the more so the thing is that it's just part of America. Americans just like shitty beer. The Coors and the Buds. We like light beers, but if you ever had the European equivalent of trash beer, it's much better. If you ever had like Carlsberg Elephant, that's cheap shit.
Mm.
But it's a better Budweiser. Carlsberg is more or less like the Budweiser of Europe, and just, you know, they have a higher standard for beer there.
I think I think that, yes, I think they like a lighter beer, but at the same time, I think it goes to show the general desire of a lot, especially of older Americans, that it's just more is better, regardless of whether or not it's any good.
Yeah, quantity over quality.
Yeah, but that's not always the case, right? Because you've always got the beer nerds, right? And what was it?
Oh yeah, that's only like a phenomenon of the last like 15, 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I think even before that, I think everybody kind of goes through a
Phase.
For most of the people that I know, it was like right after college when you got a first job and you weren't broke. You moved away from the Lone Stars and the Pearl, and you moved into something that was a little fancier, and then you kind of like got fancier and fancier and fancier, and then at some point you stop caring and you get settling back down to something that's good but not like crazy expensive. Yeah,
That's kind of what I like about Fat Tire.
Yeah.
If I'm at the grocery store and I just know I don't have beer in my fridge and I see it, I'm like, I'll pick up a 6.
yeah. And that's what I meant. It's a pretty decent normal sort of beer. It's nothing
I
fancy.
can't wait for warm weather because then I get my Montauk Summer Ale.
It's true.
That shit is so good.
I remember you.
I don't like any of the other shit they make, but their summer ale is just right. That is like my default. I'm coming to a barbecue. I'm bringing the Montauk. It's good shit.
Horror says Stella.
Tony, you might be able to find it in your parts. It's local here, Montauk, go figure, but I don't know how out of state its availability is.
Yeah. There's a few places around here that very well may have it. They're the kind of places that take over an entire grocery store, and it's just beer, wine, and booze.
I miss tap takeovers at bars. Who was it? Blue Point. Blue Point, they're another local brewery out on Long Island.
Okay.
They did a tap takeover at a bar. They used to go to near my old house, and that was awesome. I got to try shit that didn't come out for like 5 months.
Yeah.
So, plus they make a lot of good beers.
Anchor Steam. I seem to remember that, but I don't know if I've ever had it. But it sounds awfully familiar.
Really, horror? Paps? Paps is like what I use to draw the line with beer.
Yeah.
That's my line. Yeah. It's like, in my opinion, it's like the perfect summer beer. It's a little bitey, very smooth.
Is it
a little citrusy?
Is it like an IPA then? If it's citrusy and a little bitey?
It's a summer ale.
Okay.
It's like has some IPA properties, but you know how I feel about those.
Mm-hmm.
Very few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
What was that other joint that I was on that I can't find that they stopped carrying at Costco? Of course, the Logical Conclusion was another good one.
Logical concussion.
Concussion, yes.
Nah.
Pabst and Miller both use chemical aging. How dare you, Festy? You're talking about the champagne of beers.
Pabst is like the third largest beer company in the country behind Coors and Bud.
Yeah. Gotta make that volume up somehow, man. So
Miller Lite ain't bad.
Hmm?
Miller Lite ain't bad.
I should scroll back and find that thing that Festy sent the other day. See if I can find it. But I can find it. I didn't think about doing it until just now. Probably should have thought about it already. Download. Open containing folder.
Oh boy.
What?
I just forgot I had my once in a while on. I'm a very staunch opponent of using the /S anywhere. And I take my downvotes in stride because /S is for cowards. I'm sitting at a fat -24 right now in our
Damn,
NFL.
son.
In our NFL?
Mm-hmm.
That must have been a good one.
I made fun of Jarrah.
How dare you?
I referenced something he said on tape about someone's wife, if you remember. The thing he got in hot water about.
That was not recent, was it?
It was like in the last few years.
Yeah, okay. I was just going to say, it was a little while back.
Yes.
That was an unpopular
You know what I'm talking about. Said at a party, I'm sure your wife is... Yeah. I referenced that. And, well, the Cowboys fans showed up. They have no room right now. None.
No. My dad sent me a meme the other day. What was it? It was the Super Bowl commission has decided to move all future Super Bowls to the Cowboys stadium here.
Yeah, I think I posted that for you.
So nobody would ever have no home field advantage again.
Oh, like who? Got him.
Spicy. Did you post that or did my dad send it to me?
It may have been both. I think I posted it for you, and
okay,
you got hit from two fronts.
I think
man.
I got hit for two because I'm pretty sure my dad sent it, but I didn't know you did too. That was a good one. So in order to bring in some amount of vape news, this is kind of interesting. I'm gonna screen share this. So Festy posted this, and I appreciate him always being the the new vape gear hawk that I am no longer in any way. Don't do that. Don't do that. My Mac went to sleep. He posted something new from Haku, which I had not seen yet. So I figured I'd share you guys. Ugh. Fessy says El Muto. Yeah, apparently my screen share has got one of the three freaking Yetis that I had, and apparently the wrong one. One sec.
So your Mac goes to sleep and you lose the Yeti. Mom spaghetti.
Those
That's how
two
we
things
come
were
up with
unrelated, but that is funny. Thank you very much. Anyway, so for everybody that couldn't hear me except for the other guys, I was talking about the all-peak deck.
These weak
I was talking
moms
about the
will
adjustable
Yeti.
air, and the fact that I'm always kind of leery of things that have adjustable air because, or non-adjustable air, because if the air is right, then it's great. But if it's not, ugh. And I don't think I'm alone in being relatively picky about how much air I like. I think I like the amount that I like, and it's different for everybody. So I don't know how that's going to fly, but I am interested if anybody gets on the list and picks one up. I would be interested. If I could be arsed to sign into Facebook, perhaps at some point, I will look and see if I can get on the list myself. Thank you for telling me again, Fessy. I just went back and looked at the stupid scene, and I've got 2 Yetis over there. Didn't have the third one that cropped up recently. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Freaking OBS. Just keep
It
adding.
just
the
doesn't
Yeti.
like you.
No, it doesn't like me. I make it work most of the time, but every now and then it just decides that my Yeti's not there anymore. I don't know
It's
what
like-
to do about it.
When you're trying to get the kids to go somewhere and they go limp. Yeah.
Boneless. Yeah.
Wouldn't fucking Gus do that in Psych?
The other way around.
Oh, right.
It was Sean.
Don't go limp on me, Sean.
I think the best one, I think there was one who was dragging him out of his own office, or out of Gus's office, just trying to get him out, and Sean just. Anyway, so there's a little bit of that. I also actually I almost made a vape mail purchase myself. I need some new batteries, and I went and I added some batteries to my cart at 18650 battery store, and then promptly didn't check out, and I forgot and just now remembered. So they're just sitting there. I don't really have any batteries coming. Probably should get some though, because the ones that I've got are old. Then again, I'm not using my my VTC 5As anyway, because all my limelights are gone. Well, maybe not all of them. I got the reg hand, but that just meant I had to bust out my old regulated batteries, which I haven't used in like 4 years. And I do have a couple, and they do function mostly. I usually get about 2,000 mile out of them. Wonderful sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries are one of those things where I can eat a few of them occasionally, but like if that was to replace French fries,
I don't mind like eating a lot of sweet potato fries. I just like mixing it up every so often.
Yes.
And usually you get gravy with it.
gravy.
At my bar and the wing place I used to go to, when you order the sweet potato fries, you got gravy.
Really?
Good old salty gravy with sweet potato fries. Bitch.
Like a brown gravy? Or like a white country style gravy?
No, brown gravy.
Okay.
It was proper. I like it.
I can see that. I think I just soon eat sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes,
Oh, I love sweet potatoes.
but in French fry form, I can have enough of them.
I think your mind would be changed. They gave you a properly salty brown gravy.
Exactly. That's possible, because that's not
No,
something
just
they
when
do
you,
down here.
when you get that sweet and salty, I get you.
Yeah.
You can't give me a bunch of sweet potato fries and expect me to eat them without nothing. Give me
All
some
right.
brown gravy, then we're in business.
No, see, and again, this may be regional and maybe not, but down here, when you get sweet potato fries, they are often seasoned with almost like a barbecue rub. So like a little bit of brown sugar, salt, something smoky like a paprika or maybe chili powder or something. Like they've got like a seasoning on the outside, unlike the fries.
Ah,
And down here, in order to get gravy, you pretty much just you get gravy with chicken fried steak. You get gravy with fried chicken, and it's like that German style or country gravy, like white pepper gravy. right?
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. We don't do a whole lot of gravy down this way, other than that specific thing.
I remember like the first time I'd ordered sweet potato fries.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the wing place we used to frequent in college in my neighborhood, and they gave me gravy with it, and I was just like, I
Yeah.
don't think I'd ever had sweet potato fries up to that point.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh, this is nice.
Depends on how they're cooked too.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean,
You don't want
Sometimes they
gummies.
can just be mushy. Yeah.
Yeah, they could be gummy if you're not. If you
oh
don't
yeah, no,
blast them.
fuck that.
Butter honey is a good way to eat them too. Addie says. I don't think anybody can argue with butter honey
Bro,
on just
butter
about
you-
anything.
Bro, I would eat butter honey off of another human being. It's that good. Like you put anything in butter honey.
Yeah, you can put that on a
But
sandal.
but
Butter,
would you?
Put that on a
sugar.
chancla.
Exactly.
As he says, mm.
I was actually I was at I was eating dinner at my sister's place last week, and we got Domino's for old time's sake, and I'm eating my jalapeno pepper false.
Mm.
Just off the rug on the floor, and I look at her and she's like, I vacuumed today. And I'm like that matters. And I pick it up and I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't waste that shit.
So poutine says horror.
Oh,
That's-
here we go.
Yeah.
Here come the fucking Canadians.
Y'all can continue this conversation in chat.
You're not having any of it.
I'm not giving the French Canadians any airtime.
It's quite a dish. It's quite a dish for sure.
We can talk about Pootie Tang, but not poutine.
What? Oh, geez. What is that stuff they serve in? Oh God. It's something they serve. I think in Prince Edward Island. Is it Newfoundland? They've got something that they do up there that Matty Matheson cooked a while back, because I think that's where he's from originally. It's almost like a gyro.
Oh, he's a Newfie?
I think so.
That makes more sense now. He makes more sense.
Everything's coming into focus. I can't remember the name of it. It's almost like if I remember right, it's almost like a gyro, like a Greek gyro, but it's got like this like sweetened white like mayonnaise sauce on top, and it looks wrong. Like it just looks bad.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. It's like out of a squeeze bottle, and it's a thick line, right?
Yeah.
On the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
Correct
those.
me if I'm wrong, but Matty Matheson almost died of a drug overdose at one point, right?
Oh, I'm sure many times.
That man needs keto.
Oh, I don't think he cares.
I mean, we're just
Although,
picking another.
Apparently, he's
picking
been
another way
clean
to
for
go
years
out,
now,
man.
but yeah, he's a stout lad. He's definitely one of those guys that I find somewhat humorous in very small doses.
Yeah, because he pops up on my Instagram Explore here and there, and I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, I can binge watch. Well, no pun intended. Binging with Babish, right? Is that Andrew Ray? I can sit there and watch a half dozen of his just in a row, because he's got a great voice and he's got entertaining content and stuff. And Maddie's kind of funny occasionally, like just one or two. Like no, we're not. I get tired of being yelled at. At some point, I'm like, okay.
exactly, like that shtick just gets like Sam Kinison.
Yes.
I found him funny 10% of the time. I
Yes.
appreciate his style
Mhm.
and what he and how he changed the comedy game. But
Yes.
his material in general, it wears on me.
It's a little coarse, right?
He
Just
tries to be a Kinison in the kitchen, you know.
That's
feel like.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good comparison, because that's that's about right, and just about every way too. Not just in tone, but also in his pushing the envelope. Again, not that it shouldn't be pushed, and I think we'll wish him well, but maybe.
Dude, I just need to put on 100 pounds and Vice will give me a cooking show. Right? I just need more forearm tats.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I think it might be game time with Angsty. So
Oh.
I've talked a couple of times recently about these roguelikes that I've been enjoying so far lately, right? We talked about Hades at first, and Hades was fantastic. It was a really, really fun game. And then I went through, I forget the next one, but the next one was Dead Cells. It was Skull, the Hero Slayer, and then it was Dead Cells recently. And then just a day or two ago, no, maybe it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday. I picked up Curse of the Dead Gods, and it's kind of like supplanted Dead Cells for me. It's really, really good. And I think the reason that's good is because while Dead Cells is great and it's got they do some really entertaining things with their pixel art. Curse of the Dead Gods is really, really smooth. It's really, really good. Like I like how tight it is. The combat's really, really good. It's really fast paced, and honestly, it's pretty freaking hard, but it's really good. I even set up a scene right here before we went. I was going to show you what it looks like. But if I change scenes, I don't know if my mic's going to work. Oh yeah, I added my mic. Okay, good. Oh, did it stop? It did stop. I forgot I stopped it. Never mind. I'm not going to start it. That would be... I don't think nobody signed up. Nobody signed up to watch me play a game. Oh my god. I accidentally started it. All right, I turned it off.
Seeing as how you're speaking about gaming, I'm going to put up my PSA right now.
PSAs.
I'm trying to build a new computer. I'm trying to be really lame and build a small one. What's holding up me building a new PC? The fucking power supply.
Really? Why?
Because not all the good power supply brands make small form factor PSUs. Silverstone makes them. Cooler Master makes them. Corsair makes them. Corsair makes the only one reliable enough for me to buy. Here's the problem. They're incredibly high demand and very short supply. If very small chance if anyone watching this has one or can get their hands on one at RRP, because I can get one. I'm not gonna 3088, okay? Because they're going for like $80 to $100 over RRP, and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And then I was startled when Micro Center stopped stocking them, because I was keeping, literally, I had Micro Center. I was cycling through all the New York stores to see if they had stock. They make a 750 watt platinum rated power supply. It's really the only one worth the shit in that range. If not, then their 600 is also good. It's just a little low for what I needed for.
So, why are you building a small form factor one?
Because I hate building big PCs. It's just so much, they're just gigantic and they're just a waste of space. I don't need fucking 2 or 3 PCI Express slots.
Yeah.
I like the small form factor builds, less negative space, more efficient cooling. Yeah.
Fair
just
enough.
Very compact, and I can fit the case on my desk. You don't have to build big anymore.
Are you? What are you going to use for a motherboard?
It's over my shoulder. I have a Aorus Z390.
Okay.
And I'm going to be putting a 9900K in there. And I already have my 1080 Ti in here. That's going to go in the new build. I had to buy a smaller cooler than what I have now. Only thing I have left to buy are just fans, the case. The case is in stock. I'll order it whenever, but I need the power supply. Tuny, 750 watts. SF750, it's called.
What's
if I gotta suck your dick for it, that's better than paying $100 over RRP.
What are you gonna do with the? You said you get the 1080 Ti. Are you going to reuse your display? You're gonna buy a new one of those?
No, I mean everything's staying the same. Like my video card is the only piece that's moving from this machine to the next, and maybe a couple of fans. Oh, and my fan controller, that's pretty important.
Mostly I'm asking because I need to build another one myself. This one's still fine, but I need a second one here at the house to share with family members. So I I've just been kicking around that thought. I haven't done anything about it yet, but I've been kicking around because I may end up building myself one and just setting this one free to the wild. But I'm not sure yet.
To the wildlings.
Yeah.
Give it to the wildlings.
Yeah. I've allowed some Steam play of Curse of the Dead Gods and a couple of these ones I've been playing lately, and they've been a big hit now. So it's probably about time to build a PC for the fam.
Yeah, because right now I'm running an SFX L power supply, which is smaller than an ATX but bigger than an SFF, or just an SFX. The main difference between an SFX and an SFX L is the fan size, right? SFXL is the smallest you can get with a 120 millimeter fan. When you go smaller than that, then it's 92. So I was looking at like the Silverstone one, which is a platinum rated 700 watt, which would get the job done for me. And then I'm looking, and then there are people saying under load, the fan's loud as fuck. And also multiple people getting ones that just start shitting the bed after a month or two. You know, the Corsair one has been on the market for a while. It's, you know, worked out its kinks. The reality of it sucks, but so yeah, that's pretty much my conundrum with the current build. And then I'm also in the process of putting together a new desk. I've just been shopping around for a tabletop. Monoprice had their motorized legs on sale. I scooped those, the dual motor.
Oh, did you end up getting them?
Yeah, I got them.
Nice.
Kumi was telling me, he's like, oh, my dad had to help me get it upstairs. Bro, I came home, I had a Chipotle bag in my hand, and I picked that motherfucker up. It was a bottom heavy 80-pound box. It's like, you
nice.
Bitch. I'm like this with the Chipotle bag.
Yeah.
Backpack on my back too. So yeah. So I was looking and getting like a fine wood and exotic. Is walnut considered exotic? I don't think so.
Maybe not exotic, but it's awfully nice.
So I was looking at this vendor in Washington. They've got great prices on walnut. I mean, $400 for a slab is still $400 for a slab, but Masty will tell you that's a pretty good price for walnut for a 30 by 60 slab.
Yeah.
Unfinished. You know, I'm getting it straight from the motherfuckers that are in flannel, cutting it down. And so I was talking with the rep, like, you know, about carrying, and I'm like, I live in a similar climate. What should I expect for cupping and warping, post finish?
Yeah.
And it was all great up until I told her I live in NYC, and she's like, we stopped shipping there because everything we send there gets damaged. And I'm like,
oh boy. She's got a point.
No, she does. It just made me sad because I went and looked up how much it would cost me to get the same shit locally, and it's not worth it. So my best bet, if I want to get what I want, is to check. I found
Well, you know that Husky table that I have, they do sell just the top.
It's maple. Is it a maple top?
No, it's called rubber wood, and it's from Vietnam. And it's pretty strong. So
strong but soft, right?
How thick is it?
I mean, it's like butcher block thick.
No, I just mean the surface of it. Like I had something that was rubber wood a while back. At least they said that's what they said it was. And
yes,
it would ding. Like I could.
Yes, you can.
So.
But yeah, though structurally it's fine, right?
Yeah,
but it's like titanium, right? You can scuff it. It's strong, but the surface is
Yep.
Yeah, because basically, whatever I go with it, I don't want it to be over 70 pounds. The block. So more or less, I'm looking at max 1.5 inch thickness.
Oh yeah, that'll be thick.
So yeah, that was a letdown. I was looking very forward to having a slab of maple sitting on my back wall with a nice couple coats of tongue and just stinking up the place. And nope, that ain't happening. Though they will send smaller slabs, like about 1 to 24 by 36 for a coffee table. I can do that. Because their walnut is really fucking nice, and even their maple is really nice too. West Coast maple is different enough, noticeably different from East Coast maple. It's a different species. You get different pattern. The color's a little different. So yeah, that stunk. So my best bet is probably to find something reclaim, because there is a lot of reclaim spots. There's like a fucking warehouse, like a hop and a skip away in Brooklyn from me. So I'm gonna check that out. See if I can find one. Like 30 by 60 is my goal size, because it's a little bit longer, a little bit wider than what I have now, and I can consolidate more of my desk. Like I can move my PC off the table onto the desk.
Yeah.
I can use that table for something else.
I mean, you can make the argument. Somebody like Sean would definitely make the argument that the more desk space you have, the more shit tends to pile up there. But at the same time, I like having a lot of room.
We live at our desks, man.
Yeah.
More space is always good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Massey, I just realized. So that it's my dining room table that's got this. It's a dark stained rubber wood.
Okay.
And it is like at all the major places that people sit, it's covered in dings from dice rolls and stuff. Just playing games, just normal.
So this one has a finish on it. It's like, so it's not like, I mean, like you can cut into it, but it's pretty tough. So
but yours is like light colored, right?
Yeah.
I think that probably helps. It's the dark. Dark color that one is, that's I think the problem. Even though it's it's obviously been taken care of and waxed and whatever, but it doesn't have like a super thick shellac or anything on it, right? That's gonna really protect that.
Yeah.
What was the other wood I was looking at? Acacia. What do you know about acacia? That looks pretty promising.
Festi said, "Am I the only one stuck in the past enough to demand a keyboard drawer? I hate desks that come with keyboard drawers."
I was gonna say, if you have fat thighs, theirs are not fun. I was gonna say, Thunder Thighs checking in.
Yeah,
fuck your keyboard drawer.
That's exactly right. It's not only Thunder Thighs; it's also if you're tall. Your legs are just there. That's where my legs exist. Like,
what? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like getting on an airplane, right? Like, yeah, there's X amount of room, and that's fine if you're 5'6". But when you're over 6 foot, that room starts getting taken up literally just by your tibia, fibia, and femur, right? I mean that's where my legs are.
Bro, even me, I'm not that tall, but I got big shoulders, so it's always like my like I'm 5'8". I got a damn near 6 foot wingspan.
Yeah. It matters. It matters. I mean, you've got people like my mom, who's she's actually right about as tall as you are, Fu. And she just bought some new chairs for their living room, and she said when I sit on my feet, don't even touch the floor. Like she's got dangly feet.
Bro, the newer buses they built, like the hybrid electric motor buses.
Okay.
You sit in the back. I'm just short enough that my feet are a little bit off the ground when I sit in the back, because when I hop on a crowded bus, if I'm the first one on, I'm sitting in the back corner.
Sure. That's the prime spot.
By the time it gets to my stop, it's going to empty out some. So, yeah.
I mean, if you sit back there, then there's fewer people pushing by you, right?
I feel like a fucking child.
Yeah. But that's a primo spot on a bus, though, right? Because then you don't have people shoving by and stuff, getting on and off the bus, so you're out of the way. It's a good spot. But, well, at least in the old buses, that's where the motor was too, right? It can be noisy back that way. But at least you're out of the way.
Yeah. But actually I took the subway yesterday for the first time in a while.
Festi said he's not thunderous or tall, so it makes sense. What if you're both? ¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos ties?
You took the scrubway, huh? How'd that go? Did you catch several COVIDs on the way? No.
Dude, I have a better chance of getting hit by a car on my bicycle than I do catching COVID on the subway. I really do. I haven't looked up the numbers, but I'm a numbers guy. And I would wager that there's a much higher likelihood of me getting hit by a car on my bike.
Probably.
It's more so just like I sat, had my headphones on. I was able to relax and listen to a podcast on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
because I was telling a few people this in that I was very like set in my going to work routine, in that going to my work commute was my time to take my time to listen to new music.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to distract me. When I'm at home, 3-4 songs in, I get distracted. Star Trek's on, Law and Order's on, something. There's just too much shit to get my mind off of it. So that was nice, and that I was able to sit and listen to a podcast, and then on my way home, I listened to music, and it was cool.
And you can do that easier on the subway than the bus? Or than
both,
driving?
because like at my last place, I was taking the bus to the subway.
Okay.
Now I'm like 2 blocks away, so I can just walk in.
Word.
So now, yeah, it's definitely been because my commute to work is a lot shorter, but it's a bit of a walk to the office, because I'm going from 7th Ave to 10th.
No, and you're walking that last bit?
I'm walking from 7th to 10th, and bro, it was like 15 degrees, and I was sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm a sweaty bastard. Like my nose is running, my face is cold, but like my lower back is wet. Because I'm just walk fucking 3 avenues.
Yeah.
All this beef. Because I'm like, dressed to be warm.
Yeah. Rob said he's 6'5", but his ex was 5'4", and he had the same inseam length. That's not weird though, right? I mean, most dudes are tallest, from their waist up. Most women are tallest from their feet to their waist. That happens. That's normal.
That's what I hate about having short legs.
I was about to say that I've met a couple dudes that have really like the other way around. They've got like the taller legs than the torso, and they just like at a really visceral level look weird to
the
your
high
eye.
hips.
Yeah. It's just like their body is just laid out wrong. It's like what, and it takes me a minute to realize why, and that's because their ratios are just different than normal. It's not that they're anything weird. It's just weird. Like you don't even think about it until you see somebody that's the other way around, and it happens for sure.
There was a kid I went to college with, and I shit you not, I didn't like hang out with him, but it was like some of my friends were friends with him. Like we had a bunch of mutual friends. Yeah. It took me a year to realize why. I'm like, why does this dude just look off when I see him walking? Right? There's just something. His walk. His arms were short. It took me the fucking longest time to catch on.
Dude, the human brain is weird. You know things that you don't know,
it's
right?
Like, it was the same thing in that, like, if I meet someone, right, there's only a matter of time before I'm going to find your lookalike. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it'll come to me a month down the line. That was the same feeling, except this took me a fucking year to catch on.
It could have happened really fast. Like you.
He also looked Vulcan, so there was also that distracting me.
Vulcan.
He had the little Vulcan point in his eyebrows, dude.
He had the eyebrows.
Yeah, he had a little.
All right. All right. I think that about wraps us up for this evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for the good varied topic list again tonight, which did include vaping, which is good. Go and sign the thingy that Addy posted for the USPS, and at least voice your displeasure. Do so maybe at least relatively politely. Otherwise,
Money, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy some exotic woods, Joe. Where's my money?
And somebody send Fu a compact power supply, 750 watts
of power.
If you have one, I doubt anyone wants to sell theirs, because if actually don't sell it to me. If you have one you're not using, bro, they're going for over RRP used right now on eBay. So do that. But if you have a micro center near you and they have one in stock, you got to blow the dude to get one. I'll blow you. You know this.
Why? No.
All sorts of blowing going on.
Bro, I'm desperate, okay?
Bye, everybody.
A PSU is a PSU, right?